Now, we know there's a little shout out to you in that, but did you see the other day when she was performing on stage, she clocked Ryan Reynolds in the crowd, and instead of singing, "So you're Brad Pitt," she said, "So you're Ryan Reynolds, that don't impress me much." She clocked him. And you know what? I know you could tell me how you feel about that, but I want you to see Ryan Reynolds' little face as he noticed that happen, and I want you to tell him how you think he stole your thunder. Don't tell Leo these were half off. Don't tell him. Don't tell him, okay?
I remember Finch and I were in a store and we saw, back when there was VHS, we saw Fight Club 99 cents, VHS in the 99-cent pile, and we went, oh.
Really quite humbling, that, isn't it? Yeah. Damien, I want to start with you because I went to the premiere yesterday and I spoke to Olivia, and she told me that Margot is the essence of this film. She's a wild child. Well, Brad, you got off pretty scot-free, actually. I want to know, can you spill the dirt on Brad? Is he a party animal, or is his face like butter wouldn't melt?
No, I mean,
I'm pretty tame.
Yeah, I actually remember Brad and I, one of the first things we talked about was sort of like, you weren't sure about because not to speak for yourself, but I don't think he's a party animal. Neither am I, by the way. I guess we vicariously kind of, get our kicks out through a movie like this. All the parties we haven't thrown or been to, but I remember that was something we had to talk about a little bit of what Jack Conrad, the character Brad plays, like what his relationship is to this world, and that, he's, of course, a social creature, a creature of that Hollywood scene, but a little bit outside of it, always playing games with it, a little bit winking at it. I don't know. I kind of remember that early on.
Most of my partying goes on in the dark alleys of downtown in the wee hours of
You're more like a blockhouse
kind
of
darker, sicker.
Yeah.
Brad, now obviously in this you played the leading guy, Jack, but obviously in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood as well, you played a stunt double. You've had this huge career in the film industry. Is there someone who you've worked with whose story you'd like to tell within the film industry?
Oh, wow.
Other than me.
Good question.
And me.
No, but I think they should do something on Sidney Poitier. So elegant, so groundbreaking.
Yeah?
That's my straight answer.
Yeah, and have you got anyone in mind that you'd like to see play Sidney?
No.
No.
Get Jovan. Jovan's got the elegance.
I'm going to pitch that to him, and I'm going to make millions. I'm taking your idea for my own. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And
well,
Damien,
millions, there's a lot of hurdles to get through.
Oh, I've got the vision.
You know
I
what
can
I mean?
make this happen.
All
Don't
right,
you
all right.
worry, I've got this. And Damien, obviously this film is wild. It's over the top. Were there any moments when you pitched it that the studio went, you cannot be serious, you cannot do this?
Well, it was all kind of right on the page, so luckily I never had to sort of sit someone down and try to explain the film to them before they had read the scripts. I got to be far away while they were probably kind of having their, you got to be kidding me, moment. I did have moments where, certain people, I forget if it was studio execs or crew, we'd send to, kind of asking, they'd get 30 pages in and go, is this for real? Is this a joke? There was a kind of I'm being punked aspect to I think the opening. But, I sort of would tell them to hang in there, and I think I tried to kind of communicate it on the page.
But never quite. It's one little sentence, and usually the studios are they kind of just skip over that one and then kind of shocked when they actually see the visual.
Right.
And it has so much more impact.
You know what's great also about a long script?
Like the party scene?
With such a long script, I'm not sure how many people actually read it all the way through. So, you kind of, you get to...
You skim past the elephant poo exploding scene.
There's certain things, especially things baked into the middle that they probably don't realize until they see the film, go, what did we greenlight? God damn it! Sorry, maybe I'm not supposed to...
We got a PG in France, though.
A PG?
Yeah.
They are wild.
Because,
that's the French. That's my
people. That's your people right there.
That's my people, yeah.
I want to congratulate you both on the Golden Globes and the nominations. My favourite part of it, though, was seeing Austin Butler shoot his shot with you. Are you two now best friends? Can he text you asking you for a drink now?
Well, sure he could, but
Yeah.
I don't drink, so we won't get very far.
Well, you can have a glass of water between mates.
No, he's a good egg. You know, I worked with him on Quentin's film. He played Tex.
Yeah.
In the end scene.
He's amazing.
And he's amazing. He stood out then. He was. You could see he was heading places, and he was really good. You know, down to earth, humble guy. So I you know, it's nice to be able to talk, to share stories with some of the younger guys who are coming up, and you know, some of the obstacle course that they're gonna have to work their way through.
You blocked the entire film, pre-making it on your mobile phone. You, Olivia, and Diego. You shot it on your phone.
Well, just the Diego scenes.
Yeah.
Just the Manny scenes. Yeah.
So surely there must be some more wild moments on your phone, some hidden treasures in your camera roll that the world hasn't seen yet. Have you got anything like that?
No, there was less orgy style stuff happening on my iPhone in my backyard.
But you didn't say there's none in there. So there's still a little something.
Fair point.
Fair point.
We have very different phones, I'll tell you that for nothing. And of course, this is the third film you've done with Margot. So while I'm
But
making...
the first time I had a scene with her.
Yes, that is true. But, I'm making the Sidney Poitier film now. So I'm thinking, let's make a 4 film. You two are great. You're huge in the film industry. What would you like to see the 4th Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie collab be?
Oh, that's a good question.
Thank you.
Something on the farm, I'm picturing immediately. Something down home and
Yeah, like American Gothic, kind of the pitchfork.
yeah,
and
something in there.
I
I'm not
see already.
Some kind of Flannery O'Connor story.
Oh,
I
okay,
think.
yeah. That
this
feels
sounds-
good.
this
That
sounds
feels good.
cute.
You want to do
Yeah,
that
it could
after
be.
your Poitier
Yeah,
biopic?
you know what? If we just want, there's loads of journalists out there, but we can start making this happen, can't we? Yeah, easy. And finally, I'm obsessed with the Babylon soundtrack. I mean, every soundtrack to do with your films I'm obsessed with.
I agree.
But there's one way I think the Babylon soundtrack could have been made better. And that is with my go-to party anthem, Shania Twain, That Don't Impress Me Much. Now, we know there's a little shout out to you in that, but did you see the other day when she was performing on stage, she clocked Ryan Reynolds in the crowd, and instead of singing, "So you're Brad Pitt," she said, "So you're Ryan Reynolds, that don't impress me much." She clocked him. And you know what? I know you could tell me how you feel about that, but I want you to see Ryan Reynolds' little face as he noticed that happen, and I want you to tell him how you think he stole your thunder.
Didn't steal. I think we can share the wealth there.
Yeah?
Yeah, Ryan's a good egg too. He deserves some love.
He
I
killed
think
your
got to pass it on
Deadpool
down,
too.
and next time she ought to sing it to Austin Butler. Maybe Leo in between, then Austin Butler.
Oh yeah, okay, fair play. And then, do we get a shot at all?
No.
Did her sing about us? No, okay, well it was
Doubtful.
worth a shot.
Highly doubtful.
Busy making the Poitier film.
Yeah.
But I agree
American
with you
Gothic.
on the soundtrack. And those two, Damien and Justin, met in school, college, right? University.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, we were freshmen.
Yeah. Mick and Keith, Damien and Justin.
Amazing.
I'll
No,
take that.
Lads, thank you so much for chatting
Paul
to
and
me.
John.
Yeah, just keep going. This is
Yeah,
great.
no,
Sounding
just tell
great
me
to
about
me.
everything. Yeah, let's go. No, lads, thank you so much for chatting to me, and thank you
Appreciate
for
it.
admiring the shirt as well.
Absolutely.